Okay, so today I did my studying and it was so fun. Okay, so I read Matthew 12 and 35, and it says, "A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things." And I have a video on here where I was basically telling people, a lot of people say, how do bad things happen to good people, and oh, I'm a good person. I don't know why this is happening to me, and not as good as we think we are, because if you look at this scripture right here, it kind of make you think, you know, if you are so good, you know, do you bring forth good things? Because you got to think about everything you did in your everyday life. And the Bible said in the spiritual world, after you turn the age of 12, you basically responsible for yourself. So you got to think about from then, whence till now, all the stuff that you have done. And I can tell you now, I ain't always been a good person. I always try to do the right thing, but I ain't always been a good person. I think what we don't understand is even the bad things we do, we had to pay for. And like I said in one of my other videos, I said we have to take account of everything we do, down to the things we do, the things we said. There was things we said that probably affected people and caused them to go down a certain road or do certain things. You have to take account of everything that you do. And if you think that you don't have to take account for things that you say, which a lot of people on these social platforms that's telling people things that God did not tell them to say, or telling people things that they did not learn, they are just basically putting it out there as false gospel. Saying you didn't go study the Bible to get this knowledge. You just took it upon yourself of this is what I think and it's right. Everything that you put out and it affects a big audience. It don't even have to be a big audience, period. However people are affected by that, you have to take account of that if it was wrong and you steer people wrong. Just like I said on another video with my platform. There was a time where, I told people stuff, but I told them what worked for me. And, I had to denounce that too. And even while I was doing that, I tell people my content going to eventually change. And some of y'all going to still watch, some of y'all not. If you do, great. If you don't, oh well. But I didn't go delete those videos because I want people to know that is how I used to be. That is how I used to think. You know, is nothing to hide. That's what I was. But either way, back to what I was saying. It says, Matthew 12 and 36, "But I say unto you, every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by the words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned." So if you watch some of my videos yesterday, I don't remember which one I did because I did a whole bunch of them. In one of those videos, I said that you have to basically be accountable for what you say and on what you've done. And I said I'd rather you denounce it and fix it now and admit to it now and be honest with yourself. I think I was talking about like establishing a relationship with Christ. But anyway, I said I'd rather you denounce it now, take accountability for it now, than to take accountability for it on Judgment Day, because then it's gonna be too late. And it's funny, I was talking about that yesterday and I opened my Bible and there it was. So I mean, I kind of knew it already because when you study and you learn, you just gain the wisdom into yourself. But to actually know the scriptures by heart, where to find it, I didn't know that. I don't remember that. So that's why I like to write stuff down, and I wrote it down. But yeah, so yeah, about being a good person and all the other stuff. Like I said, sometimes we're not as good as we think we are. We just want to be a good person because we like the way it sounds, we like the way it look, we like the thought of being good, but we're not always good because we're not always putting forth good into the world. I know so many people wonder why they're still in the same place year after year. It's what you're putting out into the world. You think the world's gonna let you go forth and have all these things and just be prospering and stuff come out your mouth. Listen to what come out your mouth, honey. For example, it might be a person that you work with and they stink. And there might be a person that work with you and they wear raggedy clothes. I don't know why she wearing raggedy clothes looking like they come from Family Dollar. But you want to be blessed though. I don't know, that girl stinks. She smell like rotten eggs and and booty. You know what I'm saying? It smell like Rotten House booty. You know, everybody around there laughing. It's funny, but look what you're putting out into the world, though. And if you don't apologize for that or denounce all the bad things you ever said or the bad ways you ever made somebody feel, you're gonna have to account for that in judgment. And you think that it's not big to God, you thinking wrong. Cause it says you gotta take account for every idle thing that came out your mouth. That means nonsense, stuff that was not sincere. He used that word greatly. Idle. Idle. So that's why a lot of times when I speak and I get angry, I shut up. Because I learned a long time ago my mouth was lethal and I would say stuff that I could not take back. And God told me early, your anger will destroy you. And I had to take heed to that because I was I was angry and I had to, yeah. But anyway, yeah, we got to be careful what we say, what we do, what we partake in. When I see people talking about people, I go the other way. Or when I hear people talking about saying stuff about people, you can ask anybody that know me. I'm gonna make a face like this, and I'm be like, you don't need to be saying stuff like that, or you wrong. Anybody they gonna tell you that's exactly what I'm gonna do, and I have no comment. And some people say, well, it's true, and it might be true, but guess what? Guess what? That don't mean you gotta say it. That don't mean that you gotta put something negative out into the world. Because like I said, everything you say and do, you gotta take account for it. Things that you think was small, it's all legible. It's all recorded. And when I found this out years ago, it completely changed the way I went about my way in life. I even had to stop hanging around certain people because they was just, I ain't gonna say they was trash, but it said bad company corrupts good character. You know what I'm saying? I was working on my character and I did not want to be contaminated by these people. I'm sorry. And I was like, I hope they learn God to be better than what they are, you know. And I didn't put them down. I didn't say, thank God I'm not like them or nothing like that. You're not supposed to do that. I just separated myself from them and I went on ahead. And like I said, sometimes you're going to be in work environments, groups, other places, and the people are just going to be people who talk about people, and you just gonna have to walk away and have nothing to say. I stay to myself because there's so many people out here that just have so much to say about others, and it's like, are you not entertained with your own life? Or, you know, sometimes you need to keep your opinions to yourself, even if they are true. You know what I'm saying? If the negative things that you think about someone is not going to help them, then you might as well keep them to yourself. If there is a problem and you're not presenting the solution, keep it to yourself. And I'm not just being funny. I'm very serious. And just from working and being a manager and stuff, I done been in places where people done lied on people, did all types, telling whole stories, and known it's far from the truth. And I'm just looking like, and these same people would come to my office and talk to me about stuff. Oh, I don't know, and it's just like this, and I just don't know. And I'm sitting there because I know, and I'm just like, okay. I had no comment. I know why their life was going the way it was going. I know why this and that was happening to them, but it was not for me to say. And I knew that they were just getting back what was put out into the earth, what they spoke, what they did. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not sitting back like I'm the perfect Sally listening to everybody make a mistake. Because like I said, I was doing the same thing years ago. And every now and then, because I'm human, I get angry about something, I'll be guilty of it too. And I have to repent and tell God to forgive me and all that other stuff. Some people I even had to apologize to. So, yeah. I just like people to think about that I'm a good person thing and why are bad things always happen to me, or why come I can't get ahead. Sometimes you're not as good as you think, and most of the time you already spoke against yourself. You put negative stuff out into the world and nothing good came back to you. If you are always putting out negative things, picking at people, having something to say that's not uplifting, not putting out any good into the world to over trump that bad and not repenting of that bad, you ain't as good as you think you is. And you need to work on yourself. respectfully.